Hello students. So in the first chapter probability theory I am going to start with definitions. First definition, experiment. Any operation which has two or more outcomes is called an experiment. बेटे फर्स्ट कर लो ਆਪਾਂ coin toss ਕੀਤਾ तो either head may come or tail may come, so this is a experiment. If let us suppose there is a coin whose both sides are same printed, one on the upper side as well as one on the lower side, if we toss that particular coin then one will come, so this is not an experiment. That is, if two sides of a coin are same and we toss it, then the result would be same, either side will appear on the upper side, so this is not an experiment. So what is experiment? Actually any operation which has two or more outcomes is called an experiment. ਅਸੀਂ die toss ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਬੱਚੇ ਲੂਡੋ ਖੇਡਦੇ ਆ, that is an experiment. Either one may come, two may come, three may come, four come, five come or six may come, so this is experiment. So any operation which has more than one outcome is called experiment. Then a random experiment. Random experiment in which outcomes cannot be predicted without performing it. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ coin toss ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਵੀ head ਹੀ ਆਇਆ ਜਾਂ tail ਹੀ ਆਇਆ. So we have to perform that particular experiment, only then we can say what is the outcome. For example, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ we are having playing cards, 52 playing cards, we draw a card, we cannot say it is ace or it is 10 or it is jack etc. unless we actually draw the card from the deck of playing cards. So random experiment in which outcomes cannot be predicted without actually performing the your so-called experiment. Then sample space. Sample space is the total number of possible outcomes in a random experiment. Total number of possible outcomes. For example, if we toss a coin, then the total number of possible outcomes is S. Sample space is denoted by S. Either head may come or tail may come. So this is the sample space for the tossing of a coin. Similarly, if we throw a dice, then the sample space S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly for the other cases also. Then event. Event, it is a subset of the sample space. Event is a subset of the sample space. For example, I throw a coin, I toss a coin and I want head, so it means head is the event. If I throw a dice and I want either 4 may come or 5 may come, it means 4, 5 is a event. So these are certain definitions. Then next there are three different approaches to the probability theory. And the first one is RFA, that is the relative frequency approach, or it is also known as empirical approach. In this approach, the experiment is repeated a number of times. Suppose we have a coin and we toss this coin a number of times. But listen very carefully. And let us suppose I required head. So what is the probability that a head may come? I toss a coin, if a head comes out, we note down as 1. If tail comes, we note down it as 0. That is, if success appears, the event which I want it appears, then we note as 1. If it doesn't appear, we note it as 0. Success is written by 1, failure is written by 0. And then total number of successes are counted. Suppose small f times success occurs and capital N number of times experiment was repeated, then the probability of a head is equals to limit capital N tends to infinity f upon capital N. This is relative frequency approach. Let us see how to do an experiment. Experiment is repeated number of times, capital N number of times, capital N number of times. Success is denoted by 1 and failure by 0. If small f number of times success occurs, that is event E occurs. Here event E occurs means event E, that is if I want a head may come, then event E is head. If we are tossing a die, let us suppose I want even number come, then event E is 2, 4, 6, etc. That is event E occurs. Then probability of the event E is limit N tends to infinity f upon N. So this is the relative frequency approach. But this approach has a drawback. Limitation of this approach is how large capital N should be. There must be some limit. We have to toss a coin or we have to toss a die, whatever. So it is. What is the final limit? It may be 50 times, 100 times, or what? But here, this approach says limit N tends to infinity. So this N is a quite large number. So nobody can repeat the experiment infinitely many times. So this approach is of not such use. So limitation of this approach, how large N should be. So this is the limitation of this approach. So this is the first approach towards theory of probability. In the next we will do the second and the third approach to the probability. Thank you.